Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnik Chevrolet Video Sports Update. So this has been a pretty big stretch of time for Jacksonville in terms of events, and while they may not seem big individually, the women's national team played here a week ago in front of nearly 19,000. I mean, that's more people than half the team has ever seen in the stands. I mean, obviously the women who played for the World Cup and also in the Olympics have seen more than that, but I mean, some of those girls out there were looking like, whoa, this is a lot, and it speaks well for the city. Also, the MLS exhibition game turned around a week later, less than a week later, and drew 7,500 to see those two teams play. That may not seem a lot, but after the women's national team was here, some people went to one, some people went to the other. And the MLS wants to build, have another one of those next year, maybe have a training camp here, and then when they start thinking about expansion, Jacksonville will be on the list. Don't think that Jacksonville is not on the radar for an awful lot of different things. Some of this has to do with Alan Verlander. Verlander, of course, the former AD at JU, now is the sports czar for the city. And obviously the mayor, Alvin Brown, whatever you think of him, good or bad, and for all his faults, he has made sports kind of a priority to give the city an identity, much like Jake Godbold did in the 1980s. So I think that's a very positive thing. And a lot of people are looking at Jacksonville. The NCAA is looking at Jacksonville once again, not just for the basketball, because it's coming back here, but for hosting the swimming national championships, for potentially Olympic trials here, building a swimming pool in the arena. And I mean, it's been done. That's no big deal. The technology is there to do that. So when you start thinking about that and you start thinking about your town and you start thinking about Jacksonville, just remember that there are a lot of positive things going on here, despite what the national media wants to say, and certainly the writers for the National Football League. Forget about those guys. To us, to them, all we are is an outpost that doesn't have enough strip clubs or enough late night drinking places. So just relax when it comes to all that. But it's been a very kind of interesting time, and remember, the lacrosse is going to be nationally televised once again, and that stadium is absolutely one of the real important parts of the city's identity when people think of Jacksonville. Sits by the river, and if they build those new video boards, it will really be an asset to the city, just in terms of the general thought process about Jacksonville when it comes to nationally and national sporting events. I mean, how many times have you seen that blimp shot of the stadium during Georgia, Florida, and it's just, you're like, whoa, how good does that place look? Particularly when you're talking about the 1st of November and they're starting to freeze up north. This coming week is a big week down in Daytona, and obviously we'll be covering that. Some changes in the schedule. They got a thing called the Battle of the Beach Monday and Tuesday. There's practice Wednesday. There's qualifying Thursday. Lots of things going on this weekend. That'll be a lot of fun. It also is Combine Week, by the way, and the Jaguar coaches will be headed to Indianapolis for that, coaches and the scouts. So we'll follow all that as well. As I say often, there used to be an off season. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnik Chevrolet Video Sports Update.